So this Scottish princess refused to get married. Bought a cursed cake from a witch and accidentally turned her mom into a bear. Welcome to Angel's Movie Recaps. The movie opens with a flashback to Merida's childhood. She's a little girl, playful and full of energy, playing in the Scottish Highlands with her parents, King Fergus and Queen Elinor. Her father gives her a bow and arrow, her first one. She tries it out and nails her target on the first try. Everyone's impressed except Queen Elinor, who's already worried about her daughter becoming too wild and not very princess-like. Then out of nowhere, attacking their peaceful camp, a massive and terrifying bear, Mordu, bursts out of the trees. Fergus grabs his sword and tells Elinor to run with Merida. As Elinor flees with Merida, Fergus faces the bear in a battle off-screen. In the misty highlands of Scotland lived Merida, a wild-haired teenage princess and an archer so good she could shoot arrows while galloping through the woods without breaking a sweat. She has a big personality, bigger hair, and an even bigger problem, her mom. Queen Elinor, the ultimate royal life coach, wanted Merida to act like a proper lady. She wanted Merida to laugh like a lady, eat like a lady, be compassionate, patient, cautious, clean, and strive for perfection. But Merida wanted to shoot arrows and snack on apples while riding horses dramatically through the forest like a medieval Katniss Everdeen. During dinner, Queen Elinor informs Merida that the nearby clans will each offer a suitor to marry Merida. To no one's surprise, Merida hates this idea. But her mother says that it's for the sake of the kingdom and Merida has to choice. They both argue and Merida storms off to her room. Elinor tries to reason with Merida by telling her a tale. She tells Merida a tale about a prince who ruined his kingdom because of pride. Totally not foreshadowing anything, right? The moral of the tale is don't be selfish. And Merida, she's like, cool story, mom, and immediately ignores it. Elinor had a royal plan, arrange a marriage tournament. Suitors from nearby clans would battle for Merida's hand in marriage. But these guys weren't exactly heartthrobs. More like bagpipe-playing boys with bad aim. One stutters, one grunts, and the third one just screams. Merida hijacks the games, shoots a perfect bullseye and declares, "I'll be shooting for my own hand." While Elinor is having a royal meltdown in her seat. Things go full soap opera. Merida screams, Elinor yells. And in a final "I am so done" moment, Merida slashes the royal tapestry with her mom's face on it. Elinor gasps like she's just been disrespected on live TV. And in retaliation she throws Merida's bow in the fireplace. Sobbing and angry, Merida storms out of the room. Feeling guilty, Elinor takes the bow out of the fire. But it's already burned and Elinor starts crying. After blowing up the whole marriage plan and the fight with her mother, Merida stumbles into the forest with her horse and starts chasing some suspiciously glowing blue ghost dots. Because that's always a good idea. She finds a suspicious cottage in the forest. And inside that cottage is an old witch with a serious bear obsession. Merida asks the witch for a spell to change her fate and fix her mom in exchange for her necklace. The witch hands her a sketchy pastry and says, "Trust the cake." A literal cursed snack like. Was poison apple not available? Rule number 1 in fairy tales, never trust the food. Merida returns home, feeds mom the cursed cake. Mom eats the cake. And boom, she's a bear. Not like, she's acting grumpy bear, no. An actual, full-size, growling, big, furry, confused bear in a royal crown. Merida freaks out. Elinor freaks out. And Fergus. He sees a bear and grabs his sword faster than Wi-Fi. Fergus almost murders Elinor. But Merida and Elinor manage to escape the castle with the help of the triplets. The scene ends with the triplets finding the cursed cake in the kitchen. In the forest, Merida looks for the witch to reverse the spell. When she finds the cottage, the witch isn't there. And it's completely empty. A cauldron lights up with a message from the witch. The message tells Merida that the witch has gone to a festival. and won't be back until spring. The witch tells Merida that the spell will become permanent after 2 days. She also tells her that if she wants fate to be changed, she must mend the bond that was torn by pride. It suddenly starts raining, so Merida and Elinor look for shelter. That night, Merida has a flashback of her childhood with her mom. Now Merida has only 2 days to fix things before Bear Mom becomes permanent. Elinor learns to fish with her mouth, and Merida is impressed. Turns out, nothing says mother-daughter bonding like being hunted together in the forest and being a bear. Kinda softens Elinor's princess etiquette-only stance. Whists, those blue glowy ghost things suddenly appear, and Merida and Elinor follow them. The Whists lead them to a ruined castle, where they discover that the prince in Elinor's story was Mordu. Yeah, the giant demon bear was actually a dude who didn't like sharing power. Now he's just growling through eternity with a bad attitude and worse fur. Merida realizes the key to breaking the spell is not with more cake, but by fixing the bond between her and her mom, symbolized by the tapestry she ripped earlier during their fight. She sneaks back to the castle with Elinor and finds the tapestry. Fergus goes into his wife's room and sees her ripped dress and assumes that she was killed. He walks into Merida's room, sees Bear Mom, and chaos erupts again. He grabs his sword to kill her, and Elinor, being in a trance at this point, fights back. Elinor overpowers Fergus and escapes the castle. Fergus locks Merida in her room and hunts Elinor. Merida watches helplessly through the window as Fergus goes to hunt Elinor. The triplets also turned into bears after eating the cake. Merida cries helplessly in her room. The triplets get the keys and set her free. She immediately takes the tapestry and her horse and rides to the forest. While stitching the tapestry, Bear Mom gets cornered by the clans, and Fergus almost kills her, but Merida saves her. Mordu suddenly appears like an uninvited guest to a wedding. He fights Merida and almost kills her, but Elinor saves Merida and fights Mordu. A pillar falls on Mordu and kills him. Just as the sun rises and it looks like Mom is about to stay Bear Mom forever, Merida cries and begs for forgiveness as she hugs her mom. With hugs and forgiveness, the curse breaks and Elinor transforms back. The kingdom gets peace. Merida gets her freedom, her family gets tons of hugs, and the suitors get ghosted. Elinor and Merida ride off together, now understanding each other way better. And so, in a kingdom full of magic and mayhem, Merida changed her fate with courage, humility, and just a dash of medieval chaos.